everybody. I'm Bryan.
And I'm Bryan.
And this is Bryan versus Bryan. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. Weird the Al Yankovic Story. Coming to you from a tiny trailer from Funny or Die in 2010. Now a full-length motion picture starring Harry Potter and the guy from The Office. Yeah, that's all. Everything I just said is true.
Really? This was based on a trailer they made from
This is a Funny or Die trailer from 2010. Look it up. I just did. I didn't even know that. And it's the same exact thing. The movie follows the trailer to a T almost. It's Aaron Paul playing Al, though.
Oh, nice.
But Weird Al plays the record guy he did in the real one again, but this time he looks slightly different, and it's like the same. It's like the same exact thing. It's like no one would want to buy a parody song when they could buy the real thing for cheaper. Yeah, it's pretty funny, and I think it's got Patton Oswalt is the goofy guy that Rainn Wilson is.
Oh yeah.
I kind of liked Aaron Paul's performance better after watching the trailer. It was pretty good, because he could be gritty. And Olivia Wilde was Madonna.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So the story is Weird Al started playing this trailer at his concerts, and people were thinking it was a legitimate thing because he was bringing it to his concerts, and so he was getting pressure from the fans to actually make the movie or do a movie. So it looks like when it was announced, what 2000? Yeah, 2020. Anyways, officially announced in 2022. Dad Radcliffe set to star. Directed by Apple. He's done a lot of Funny or Die stuff, and he's directed some television stuff. I think like Brooklyn Nine-Nine and some other things like that. I think one of his first jobs was a writer for the Andy Milonakis show. That show was good.
Yeah.
Ahead of his time, baby. Ahead of his time, baby. When Weird Al first sat me down against my will and told me his life story, I didn't believe any of it, but I knew that we had to make a movie about it. All right. So Radcliffe learned principles of the accordion and Yankovic's signature instrument through video tutorials Yankovic had made for him. Radcliffe sang the songs live on camera for the film, but his vocals were replaced with pre-recorded ones by Yankovic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as soon as he starts singing in the movie, I was like, "That's not Daniel Radcliffe."
That's one of my biggest things about
it.
I guess it's like the real song, so you kind of it's super legit, but it doesn't sound or look like it's coming out of his body. That's
correct.
The problem.
Yep.
I'd rather have it be a little off and him actually singing it. I wonder what he sounded like for them to do that.
Yeah.
I wonder if it just wasn't close enough or what.
I mean, instantly. I think the first song he sings is Bologna. And like the moment he opens his mouth, it's like, that's not Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, like his talking voice doesn't match that singing voice at all.
God damn it.
That was a pretty good scene, that first scene of the Bologna, when he's like, that song comes on. Why is the DJ doing this? He keeps skipping. He's like, my Sharona. And he's looking at the Bologna intensely.
Yeah, it keeps like cutting back and forth. It's like underneath him looking up, and he's just like looking at the Bologna, and then it cuts to his friends.
What's going on? Are you okay?
That is a pretty funny scene.
I got chills, bro. Yeah. So you got a bunch of wacky shit in here. You got a crazy ensemble cast: Rainn Wilson, Evan Rachel Wood, a bunch of quick pop-ins in there.
Yeah.
some I can't really remember any of them right now, but there's a couple of them.
It's like Jack Black. There's a bunch of cameos like that. Yeah. I think Jack Conan Black O'Brien plays what's his name? Fucking that weird dude from the 70s or 60s.
Fucking painter.
Yeah.
Warhol.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa. Okay, this is interesting because there's a guy from Queen, right? That guy who played Polka Dot Man.
Yeah.
He's pretty good in this. Like that guy from Queen's a weirdo, and he nailed it. But anyways, it says where is it? The script called for Al to be challenged by Freddie Mercury at the pool party. That would have been funny.
Mm-hmm.
Terms of Yankovic's agreement with the band Queen for Another One Rides the Bus is that Yankovic could not mention Mercury. They had reached out to the Lonely Island, Andy Samberg, whatever, Akiva Schaffer and Jorma, whatever, to perform as the other members of Queen instead. But as Samberg was not available, Schaffer and Taccone still wanted to participate in the film and were cast as Alice Cooper and Pee Wee Herman. Pee Wee Herman was pretty good in this.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
All right, here. Anyways. Oh, Oswald was going to play Dr. Demento again, but broke his foot just before shooting. Due to the tight schedule, they could not wait and brought in Wilson. Oswald was still able to cameo as the heckler in the bar. Aaron Paul, who played Yankovic in the original short, was set to cameo in the film as the bar heckler, but he came down with COVID-19.
Oh,
wow.
Bummer.
So this is on the Roku Channel, free, baby, if you can find the fucking Roku Channel, bro. Okay? Because it's not on a lot of shit after my research here.
Yeah.
I think you got it. What kind of TV do you have? Samsung?
Yeah, Samsung.
Samsung. It's on Samsung. It's on Roku TVs. It ain't on Xbox, PlayStation, LG TVs. I don't think it's on Vizios.
Jesus.
It's fucking like, what? Make an app. How hard is it? God dang.
Yeah.
Where's all this Weird Al money? Anyways, I got it on my phone and I was started watching it, but it won't even let you like pinch to stretch the fucking image out. So it was like a little tiny square, not even like a widescreen thing. It was like a little square with a bunch of black around the whole outside. And I was like,
what the fuck
is this? And I was like, get bigger. I was like double tapping it, it wouldn't do it. I was like, I am not fucking watching this on a phone. Maybe I could do it on a phone, but not on a fucking 1/3 of the phone.
Like, yeah, it's fucked
hell
up.
No. So I looked up Roku boxes and they were all on sale around. I just got a cheap $17.99 one. I can use it with my projector because my projector's old and now the apps on it don't work because they're outdated. So it doesn't have Netflix or anything anymore. So that's what I'm going to use it for. $17.99 to watch this. Like, damn, get an app on something. This is ridiculous. I guess thanks, it's free, but that's where they get you. They're probably going to have to buy the box.
Yeah, I was super surprised when you sent me the photo. You had sent me a photo of the Roku stick. And I was just like, what? How is it not on Xbox? I mean, you have a fancy ass 4K, LED.
I couldn't believe it.
LG TV. How is there not? Like, I literally took me like 15 seconds to download the thing. So I was just like, I just thought that was kind of a universal app that they had, but no, apparently not.
I've heard of Roku. I thought for sure it was just going to be any app store. Just search it.
Yeah.
It's kind of obscure. Weird. Film had a budget of around $8 million. Was shot over 18 days. Jesus Christ. 18 days. Yeah. Let's fucking do it. This is like this is a rogue, like just Funny or Die skit stretched out.
100%.
I think, and I think that's its biggest flaw.
Yes.
The highs aren't very high. The lows can be pretty dull. And that's the problem. They're in the middle. Therein lies some funny content. You don't learn anything about Weird Al you didn't already know.
Mm-hmm.
And if you did learn anything, you can't trust it to be true. So I don't know what the fuck this is. From the trailer, I had pretty high expectations. I thought the trailer was pretty damn funny, but it seems to me like the trailer was, one of those things where that's the best of the best you're seeing. They didn't really save anything for you. That's my problem with it. It feels like it didn't have much music in it either. We get a couple songs, but I don't know. I think we get like 5 songs, but it doesn't go into his later career because the movie ends in 1980, or I don't know,
No, it's
early
got to be
90s.
90s because he did Paradise. That was in the
Oh
90s.
yeah, yeah. I think it was 1995. Says he was killed in 1995 or something. Assassinated on stage. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, all right. I bet Weird Al, in his sense of humor, is like, yeah, it was assassinated in '95. I bet all these kids will believe it, and they'll be googling. And
Yeah,
anyways, uh, which wasn't a great ending, but later when you keep watching and it shows the pictures, that was better than the
that was
actual.
yeah. The photos are
And when he's like
great.
blasted out, like, sniper.
Dude,
The
we were
photos I
dying
thought.
when that fucking because they show him accepting the award, right? And then it's just smash cuts. Ah! There's blood everywhere. It's fucking great.
The photos are pretty good. I thought they were real at first. It seems they're very well done, and then as they keep going, you could tell they're more and more photoshopped. I think on purpose.
Yeah,
So you could tell it's like him and like fucking the Rolling Stones and Lennon and
yeah.
it's pretty good stuff.
And I love it
And
because
then
like movies like that tell a true story, and then they get to like the end, they do the photos. They're photos of the actual story that you just watched. And this does the same. I mean, obviously, there's mixed photos of like him and the queen and stuff, but scenes from the movie that do not exist at all are shown in photo form as if it was real. I thought that was pretty clever.
and uh and then at the very end we get our sequel bait where she goes to his grave. Madonna goes to his grave,
Oh
and then
yeah,
zombie hand grabs her ring. It's like, all right, yeah. It's okay. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I don't know how I did. I'm not a fan of Radcliffe,
yeah.
and I didn't really like him in this. He, I don't know, something about it. He's just, I know Weird Al, and he's tall as shit. Radcliffe's short as fuck.
Yeah.
So that kind of takes him out of it. Everybody's like looking up to, I'm like, Weird Al. Yeah, I don't know. He's like 6'2", 3. I don't know. Something weird. He's tall. Um, it just kind of took me out of it. Um, I think he played the angry, intense stuff pretty well,
Yeah, he was really good in that section of the
which
movie
is a
for
lot
sure.
of it.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of it. Yeah. I'm trying to think of some specific parts here. They do. This is rated R, right? Or
Oh
whatever,
no.
TVMA. I feel like there's some
Let me see
funny
if it
stuff in there.
says here. Oh, it says TV 14.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm. The Pablo Escobar stuff was pretty funny. That's pretty good. Um, yeah, there's little funny things, but overall, it was just kind of mediocre to me. What'd you get from this?
Yeah, I was actually pretty surprised. I didn't watch the trailer. I didn't know. I mean, I know who Weird Al is. Like you and I both grew up on Weird Al. But I was coming into the movie as like, you know, I guess I'm being a little naive here, but I was expecting it to just be a biopic. And we've already kind of talked about when we reviewed Elvis that I thought that the movie Walk Hard is so fucking good at like deconstructing the music biopic in such a funny, like it pokes fun so hard. It goes so hard in the paint to the music biopic that it kind of ruins music biopics in a way. And I thought this was going to be another one of those, but to my surprise, this is actually more on the lines of Walk Hard than it is just like a normal biopic. It pokes fun at other music biopics. It takes a lot of liberties with his life, which I thoroughly enjoyed. Like he dates Madonna for many years. Uh, "Eat It" was an original song that Michael Jackson stole. So there's a lot of like really funny bits in the movie that I wasn't really expecting. As a whole, I thought it was fine. It had some good chuckles, and I think I laughed more when Sarah was watching because she's a big comedy fan. I'm not, so it just helps when you have someone next to you who's cracking up. Um, yeah, there's a lot of good bits in there, but yeah, it does feel like a 2 hour long Funny or Die skit to where it's like, all right, I get it. We don't need to keep going with this to where it's not
Yeah.
funny anymore. Um, the one part that goes too far that I actually enjoyed, I thought it was funny just because of how fucking absurd it was getting, was the when he goes to kill Pablo Escobar. There's this whole thing where Madonna wants to take over that whole scene.
Yeah.
It just goes so far and it's so fucking stupid, but I was also kind of like when she's shooting at him as he's walking away, it's just cocaine blowing up, and it's Madonna. I don't know, stuff like that. I thought was pretty funny, but overall, I thought Radcliffe was pretty good. I wouldn't say I'm a fan of Daniel Radcliffe. I like the Harry Potter movies, but in terms of his acting, I don't. I've only seen a couple of movies of his other outside of Harry Potter. I thought he did pretty well in this. There's some, you know, I don't think I've ever seen an interview with Weird Al, so I can't speak to how well he portrayed. Like you look at Jim Carrey and what's his name, Andy. Fucking help me out with whatever Andy's last name is. You look at their interviews, like, yeah, Jim Carrey is
Kaufman.
that guy. Kaufman, thank you. So I can't speak to whether Radcliffe is doing something similar for Al. But yeah, there's some pretty funny moments. I like when he kicks his band out in the hallway and he's all drunk. And then he turns around. She's like, "They seem nice," and he's like, "They're great." I don't know, just like some of the comedic timing it was pretty funny. But yeah, overall, it's one of those things where it kind of reminded me of at the end of when we reviewed Prey, where I was like, I enjoyed that movie. I have no desire to ever watch it again, but like I enjoyed the time I had with it. I kind of feel the same way with this, where it's like, yeah, I enjoyed it. It was fun, but I don't have any desire to ever watch this again. So take that for what it's worth.
Yeah, and what was I gonna say? Yeah. Oh, there was that Doors parody. I liked that part
Oh yeah.
when they're on stage and he's just riffing, and then they start playing behind him, riffing, and then the lighting kind of changes to the Doors, where he's like, yeah, and he says, you people are slaves." I was hoping he would say that. How many of you people are really alive?
You want me to show it to you? I'll whip it out.
And then that part was good. The Queen guy was good when he's like, that was when he plays him. The another one rides the bus, and he's like, that was the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. Me and Queen are playing Live Aid in 2 weeks. We would love for you to join us on stage and play that song with us. He said, hard pass.
No. They're all laughing at him. That was pretty good.
Yeah, just little things. It's kind of hard to remember. They're just kind of funny things, It's nothing like sticks out of my mind as being too hilarious. But there was a couple times and I was just chuckling and like, God, this movie's fucking off the wall.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking wacky. Will Forte going in on him. That was pretty funny. And he's like, you are a piece of work, you piece of trash. Look at you. With your stupid hair and your Hawaiian shirt. You make me want to vomit.
Yeah.
And Weird Al's gonna, hey, call. Thank you for your opinion.
Oh my God. Dude, I'm not kidding. I think for me personally, when it comes to like movie, obviously stand up is its own beast. But when it comes to movies, I think Will Forte may be like one of my favorite comedic. Every time he's on screen, just the fact that he's on screen, I just start laughing. I don't know what it is about him. Like, especially, I don't know if it's MacGruber. MacGruber's one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen in my life. But it's just like 2 hours of that. It's just, you fucking piece of shit. I'll shove a bomb up your ass and jerk you off, and you'll fucking just the most random ass. He's so good at that. But yeah, that whole scene is pretty funny.
Look, I will suck your dick. I will suck your fucking dick. I will do it. Just join my team. I'll suck your dick. You can fuck me or get fucked by me. You can watch me fuck something. Just point at something in the room and I'll fuck it for you. Come on, just tell me what you want me to fuck.
Jesus Christ, MacGruber.
Just tell me what you want me to fuck.
And they never give him much in anything else. He's always got a little cameo and stuff. Pretty funny. Yeah, so overall, I mean, fuck, $8 million for this thing. Hope you sold a lot of boxes.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Funny or Die could have done this for maybe $50,000. $8 million, god damn.
Yeah, you could have made this like a web series or something, but
$8 million.
And it bugged me the movie had.
Yeah.
We should mention. I'm assuming you had the same thing, but this movie had ads, which really fucking sucks because you're like in the movie and all of a sudden it's like click, and then you have to watch 3 ads, and then you have to watch 2 ads. It's like ugh.
They all
Hate
have
that.
ads, I think. That's how they just stay completely free.
Yeah.
But
That's what I figured.
it didn't feel as bad as Hulu. My Hulu has ads, and that's like unwatchable
Yeah.
because it'll be like 2:45 of ads when it starts and have the timer. This I remember being like 46 seconds or something. I'm like, oh, well, this is whatever.
Yeah.
But when you start getting into the multiple minutes, I'm like, fuck, dude. You're
Yeah.
just ruining the pace, everything. Yeah, I could have spent a lot of money on this. I don't know if it was going to bring you much subscribers, man. I don't think people are clamoring. Oh, did you get Roku? You gotta get it, bro. I don't really know of any other exclusive content they have, at all.
I guess speaking of ads, the one thing, because I was just gonna delete this off of my TV because I'm just like, when am I gonna fucking use this? But I guess speaking of ads, we'll give them a +1 for this. But they made another Reno 911 movie. It's called Reno 911 Defunded. So it's like a modern day Reno 911 movie. So I would love to watch that because that show's hilarious. And to see them do something modern like this in this era, I think it'd be very interesting to watch.
I think they came back for a new season too. They keep bringing them back. They keep looking worse and worse. Like Jesus, these guys. The only one that looks good is like Dangle. It looks like the same.
Yeah.
Just new boot fooling out here.
All
right.
Show.
Yeah, so it's okay. I enjoyed it. I mean, it's free. It wasn't free to me. It's $17.99. I guess it was worth $17.99 because I get to keep the box afterwards. So if I just paid $17.99 to watch this thing, I don't know if I'd be happy about that. But I get a free box with it. For me, I don't know. It's a 7. I almost wanted to get it into the 6s, but I think it's got enough things going for it to bring it up to 7.
Yeah, once again, we were pretty close. I was kind of coming in with a 6.7. It sounds like I enjoyed it more than you do, but I do have a lot of problems. It's just like, it's funny because I'm looking down the clock right now. We've only been talking for I think less than 30 minutes, and it makes sense because there's not really much to the movie. It's just like a skit after. There's so many skits that it's hard to like go back into the history of what that movie is. I'm just like, I guess the part at the pool party, like there's not much to really cling on to, so there's not much to talk about. So yeah, to me this is like a 6.7. It's funny at moments. It's not the most rewatchable movie. I think even just from a technical standpoint, some of it kind of bothered me. Like, dude, I hate the look of like almost like not washed out. Like everything's kind of like slightly out of focus and like dreamy. Like this whole movie has that kind of color correction to it or camera setup to it. This kind of just annoys me for some reason. It's just like not pleasing. Like every time they're in a scene at his parents' house or something, like everything's just soft and out of focus and it just looks cheap. I forgot about his dad, the factory stuff. It's like, see, it's just like
they make at that factory.
You just keep calling it the factory.
You'll find out when you work there.
So it's like, like there's so many bits that it's just hard to remember all of them. It was a fun watch. It was free, whatever. But it was better than I thought it was going to be. I'll say that. It was definitely better than I thought it was going to be. And it took a lot of swings that I wasn't expecting it to take, which I appreciate.
6.7 and a 7. It was not as good as I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to love this thing from the trailer, and I like Weird Al. I'm like, oh man, it's going to be sweet. It's going to be like Walk Hard status.
Yeah.
This ain't no Walk Hard.
This ain't not Walk Hard. Yeah.
But it's okay. I wish it would have went into more. Like it said, it dies in 1995. There's a lot more songs we could put in here. He actually did do some original songs, but they don't do any of those in the movie. They just claim that some are.
They just turn his parodies into originals. Like Gangster's Paradise was his dad's lyrical notebook.
Yeah. I love when they're doing that though. They show Coolio in the crowd. He's just pissed because Coolio was like one of the only people that was just fucking tried to sue him and was furious that he did his song. This is a serious gangster song, man. You don't make fun of this shit. People die with this shit. Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But that was funny. And I was wondering how that was gonna go over because now Coolio's dead, you know, having him in there. What else was I gonna say? There was yeah, they didn't go into a lot of this. I love one of my favorite things Weird Al does is called Polka Power. He always does one where it's like a montage or menagerie, if you will, of a lot of different popular songs. Doing it to a polka tune, like, and we'll like sing it fast and yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want, and then we'll go into another one. I liked those, and it didn't do any of that. No polka power.
They do a little bit of polka. Again, this is a scene I completely forgot until you said polka. But when he's younger, they have this scene where he goes to this party. Like, hey, you going to this party, man? And he's like, just use a hey, man. You'll be all right. And then it like cuts to his mom.
Hey, boy.
Hey, boy. That's right. His mom's like, good night, honey.
Tucking in the hey, boy. Love you.
Don't let the bed bugs give you night terrors. And then it fucking pans over to the bed. It's just a little batch of hay shaped into a shape of a boy. But,
there's just little funny things. Like that part was like, yeah, my mom, I can't get out. I can't sneak out. My mom tucks me in really tight so I don't have night terrors. You have night terrors? Just in case I do.
It's a precaution. But so you find out that they're going to a polka party. It's just I don't know, just a funny take on the party thing. And the cops are here, and then they just run out.
Yeah. What did he sing at the polka party?
I don't think he sang anything. I think he just played.
Oh, he just
like,
played.
Yeah, it's going crazy.
You're right. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Then later when they're at Pablo Escobar's, that's not a human, that's a hey boy. He comes up behind him and shoots.
This will do.
That's what we call a callback. Yeah. It's pretty funny. 6.7, 7.0. Check it out. It's on Roku TV, Samsung TVs, or Roku streaming boxes. As always, thanks for joining us on this beautiful Sunday. As always, you can check us out on Spotify and Apple Music. And we're always here on YouTube, in the flesh, in the video, in the streaming world. Until next time, what do we do?
I was gonna say next week is Wakanda Forever. I don't know what your temperature is on that, but I definitely want to. I'm very interested. Very piqued my interest. This Wakanda.
Yeah, for all the wrong reasons. I guess we'll check it out.
Yeah,
that's like Spider-Man 2 without Spider-Man. You're gonna love it.
Osborn.
All the characters you love without all the superhero. Remember his nerdy fat friend Ned? He's in it. How are they gonna do this? That's what's interesting me. Like, okay, we're still going through with it. We're still calling it Black Panther 2? Okay.
I'm something of a Black Panther myself.
They keep going like Black Panther 4. He was only in one of them.
Oh, God.
All right, yeah. All right. Till the next VC, y'all. We say peace.
Peace.